Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Lighting yesterday, fan no. But that's okay. I know that pretty soon it will be a little too cold for me to put the fan on, so anyway. I have been meaning to make this video for a while. Hold on. I just remembered I wanted to do something new with all of my videos. So today is Saturday, November 28th, 2015, and the time is approximately 4:28 p.m. I was going to start making videos today at 2 p.m., but, well, quite frankly, I was indulging in a lazy weekend, which is extremely rare in my world, especially on a professional level. So the fact that I'm going to be home all weekend long is just, it's a rare treat. I was almost going to have a Sacred Solitude weekend, but I was like, nah, it's okay. Anyway, so I really wanted to make this video a lot sooner than today, because I know for me I'm currently behind on videos. I feel that there are more videos that I want to make and that I need to make, and I will be doing that. So the next several videos you might notice that I'm wearing pretty much the same things. Right now I'm definitely wearing Capricorn colors, which is so appropriate for this day of Saturn. I'm wearing olive green, black, touching my thigh to represent the pants, and you can't see them. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I am not a contortionist, in case you were wondering. Navy blue sandals, or as we say in Spanish, chanclas. So the main thing that I wanted to say with this video is to thank all of you who came to Catland this past Sunday, November 22nd, 2015, between 1 and 9 p.m. I want to thank those of you who spread the word. I want to thank those of you who spread the word and shared and reposted and did all of those social media network platform technical terms, because it was even busier this time around than the first Black Mirror Salon. Black Mirror Salon II went very well, and what I'm enjoying about it is, well, I'm enjoying a lot about it. For starters, I'm enjoying spending time giving palm readings and honing those skills, and rediscovering that those skills were just a bit rusty. They were not lost. They were not dormant. They were not as dormant as I thought they were. And also using some incredibly beautiful oracle card decks. You know, even though I am the tarot man, I know that there are clients that have come to me because I use oracle card decks. There are people that have come to me for readings because I don't just use tarot. There are people that have studied oracle card decks with me because I use oracle card decks. And it was just wonderful. And I also love that it's a learning experience for me. I mean, I personally, I feel that it's a learning, I feel the Black Mirror Salons are a learning experience for everybody involved. And for me, they are a learning experience because I begin to look at what works, what doesn't work. I begin to look at what I can do, what I can't do. That may seem a little strange to some of you. But here's the thing. It had been a long time, as I would say, a long-ass frickin' time, since I had given readings at a metaphysical or a magical store on a regular basis. And based on what all of you have done and what a lot of others have been doing, it looks like it's going to become a more regular thing, which makes me very happy. What also makes me very happy is my powers of manifestation have been amazing lately. They have been beyond amazing lately. And I remember I was sharing with a very close friend and one of my personal heroes. I was telling him, you know, I remember what it was like to give readings in a metaphysics store on a regular basis and see a line of people waiting to have a reading with me, and see clients who honor who I am and what I do, that they bring me bags of gifts. And, you know, that's exactly what happened this past Sunday, 6 days ago, there were several people waiting to have a reading with me, and one of them brought me a bag of gifts, and I'm like, yay! I was very happy about that. I was super happy about that. And it's, this is somebody who's been using my psychic services for, wow, I don't even remember how many years. I would say probably closer to 10 than 5. And she honors who I am and what I do, and the gifts that she gave me were in a bag, and they were given to me with love, with gratitude, with honor, and with praise. And I love the gifts. She knows exactly what to give me, and I'm like, yeah, all right. I got stock. So I'm just very happy with that. I'm also very happy to see how much more a part of Catland I'm becoming. And that makes me very happy because, quite frankly, because of recent decisions and divine discontent and divine orchestrations, part of me was beginning to lose faith in being a professional psychic. And I think the goddess saved me yet again. So, so I'm looking forward to continuing to give readings at Catland. I'm looking forward to continuing to spend time there in other ways. I know that next year I will not be participating in any group workshops and any metaphysical, magical, mystical, spiritual workshops of any kind. I know that I won't be participating in any group rituals of any kind. I might make some exceptions, but they're going to be very few and very far between. Which is interesting because since I made this decision, or since this decision was co-made with me, I have been participating in more workshops and more classes. But I am looking forward to spending more time at home next year. I'm looking forward to writing more on my WordPress blogs. I'm looking forward to making more videos next year. I'm looking forward to more journal writing next year. I'm also looking forward to taking care of some other physical health issues. Well, not issues, but challenges. I'll use that term. One of the things that I want to do more is, well, I'm not going to tell you now. I apologize, because I remember several years ago I had this thought. I thought that if I publicly announced that I was going to begin writing a book, that I would receive so much support and so much encouragement that I'd keep doing it. Boy, was I so wrong. Utterly, disgustingly wrong. I was like, no. And then not years later, but then not too long after that idea just fell flat, I remembered something that one of my best friends had said to me. She said that growing up, she was taught that if you share your most intimate plans and your deepest desires, the devil hears you and undoes them. Now, being a happily recovered Catholic, I don't believe in the devil, because that's a Judeo-Christian concept, and I'm not a Judeo-Christian. However, I do believe that when we talk about something incessantly, or when we begin to divulge something and it's not ready to be divulged, that it loses its power and energy. So there are some things that I have not told anybody, and they're good things, and some of them are great things, but I'm like, no. In fact, now more than ever, I am remaining true to the psychic visions I receive. And if there is something that needs to unfold a certain way, I'm going to allow it to unfold that way. So, also, there are some exciting things happening at Catland that are coming up. I'm going to put Catland's website in the... I still don't know what this section below is called. It's not the comment section. I'm going to call it the info section. That's what I'm going to call it. Until I discover the correct name for it on YouTube, I'm going to call it the info section. And I am very happy about what's unfolding with me at Catland. And I'm also happy to see what's unfolding for Catland itself. So we'll see what else happens in the near and not so near future. Also, I'm going to be making several videos between today and tomorrow, so I might be wearing very similar clothing, if not identical clothing. And if that's the and I'm saying this now to you so that y'all don't freak out. Like, he's wearing the same thing again. My intention is to make at least 2 videos today. I'll probably make 1 or 2 more videos tonight. And then I will definitely be making a few more videos tomorrow. I might be able to make 1 or 2 videos on Monday, November 30th, 2015. I'm not sure yet. I actually love the thought of having a 4-day weekend. But again, it's one of those things. It's like, I find that with my professional schedule, being busy on a weekend is commonplace. I have wonderful friends who some live nearby and some don't, and when they want to visit, it's almost always during a weekend because they work traditional business hours. Traditional business hours. I think the last time I worked traditional business hours was June 2001. So for me to, and even when I worked traditional business hours, I never got into this 9 to 5 mentality where it was like I couldn't do things on a weeknight because it was a weeknight. I never did that. I love the things that I do. I've never made an issue out of, oh well, I can't go to that because I work tomorrow and tonight's and it's on a weeknight. I've never ascribed to that. And as somebody who would always consult an astrological calendar planner to set the dates for my metaphysical classes, it didn't make sense to me. Metaphysically speaking, when I would select the date for the calendar date for an event, like a divine prosperity event or a divine love healing event, it was always because of the astrological and numerological auspiciousness of that date. And for the most part, that worked for me. And it still did up until a few months ago, when, nothing was working for me. Hence the sabbatical. But that's another story. And I might go into more detail about that in future videos, or I might not. Quite frankly, I really would like other topics to do videos on. Oh, and that I sent this with a preposition. You know what I mean, right? Okay. So, that's the gist of that. And since it keeps drawing my attention, I will actually show you. This is something else a little bit about me. So, when it comes to wearing jewelry, I tend to almost always wear the same rings and bracelets, but when it comes to pendants, I usually wear them based on the transiting sun signs. So this is a star ruby, and you can see that it's more purple. Most star rubies have a burgundy color. I seem to have a very good knack for magnetizing the more purple star rubies, as well as the more teal pieces of fluorite, for that matter. But one of the first things that I had learned, well, actually, let me quote some passages from one of my favorite books, The Goddess's Guide to Love by Marjula Panja. So, one of my favorite sections of that book is the Cosmic Color Vibration section. And in that book, in that section, Ms. Lapanja writes what the planetary energies for each day of the week are, as well as which particular colors are appropriate to wear or use during those planetary energies. So since Saturday is the day of Saturn, not much of a stretch, Saturday, Saturn, the Capricorn and Saturnine colors are very appropriate. Black, olive green, navy blue. I'm not doing the contortion thing again, but just know that my chanclas are navy blue. And according to this same section, Thursday is the day of Jupiter, and the most appropriate colors to wear or use on a Thursday are purple, lavender, and lilac. Now, It just so happens that the sun is in Sagittarius. So when the sun is in Sagittarius, I usually wear this pendant. And it's one of my favorite pendants. It's one of my most eye-catching pendants, clearly because I have to talk about it right now. Like, oh, it keeps staring at me, you know. But actually, I'll probably do a video about the planetary energies and how to use those energies. Now, I am aware that Kabbalistically speaking, blue is the color that corresponds to Jupiter, and by extension Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that at all. I actually remember my personal psychic advisor, Roger Pratt, teaching me how to make a magic square. And I remember, it's funny because in my life I've only made 2 magic squares. One was for Mercury, the planet, and one was for Jupiter. And I find that interesting because traditionally Mercury is the planet of local and national travel, and Jupiter is the planet of international travel. So I find it interesting that I've only made 2 magic squares. I did them correctly. One worked better for me than the other. And I think, and yeah, actually I know why one worked better for me than the other, but that's a whole other video, and I'll probably make a video about that or not. But I actually will be making another video very, very shortly. And as is my want, my font, my desire, my need, my whatever, I will be creating a blog post to accompany this particular video. But in the meantime, YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you again to all of you who came to Catland on Sunday, November 22nd, 2015, between 1 to 9 p.m. Thank you for those of you who shared, reposted, forwarded, reblogged. I can't think of any other term, but those of you who are most social media savvy, you know the terms. And I look forward to meeting you, Goddess willing, in person at the next Catland Black Mirror Salon, which will be sooner than we realize. Okay, thank you, YouTube, and good night.